Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to Beema's Crafty Corner. I am Beema, better known as Els, and tonight we're just cutting ephemera because I have a lot of fussy cutting to do. A lot. So we're cutting ephemera for the Dark Macabre Journal, which is New Orleans themed. So, vampires and witches and stuff. Hate that. Make it go away. Okay. So, I started cutting. Got some pieces done. I got still more to do. Hello, Miss Maury. Hello, Buffy. Oh, what's this? I gotta see. Hold on. Okay. Let's go here. Look at this. What do we got? We got stuff. So, I have got to tell you, I am having such a hard time just trying to find freaking Halloween words that aren't like trick or treat. You know what I mean? Hi, Harry. How you doing? There you go. Okay. I don't know what the deal is, but like they're all like, trick or treat, or it's like they're doing like I put a spell on you, now you're mine, and then it's like it's because it's a quote, they put the guy's name. I don't care what his name is. Everybody knows that you didn't come up with that. And if you did, why are you selling digitals? So we are just going to cut some ephemera tonight, and well, we're going to fussy cut some stuff, and then we're going to make some ephemera because this stuff's cute, but it's not, it's not ephemera. And then the one thing that I really want, I don't know why I'm being a butt about it, but like there's one that I want, and for whatever reason, I will not pop on it and buy it. And I think it's because it's like $5, and I'm like, for what it is, it's not worth $5. So I'm just being whiny about it. I'll eventually pay for it. What the hell? It's from one of my favorite designers, so I will buy it. I'll just him and haw about it for a day or two. So we decided this morning, we are going to be doing an album journal for this one because we want all the extra space, I know. I cannot stand cartoon pumpkins. Like, I don't need cartoon pumpkins. I need real stuff here. Get off your butts and make me some, why is there a heart in a mayonnaise jar? That's a mayonnaise jar. Tell me that's not a mayonnaise jar. Well, now it's not a jar anymore. Right? Who the hell keeps their hearts in a mayonnaise jar? Everybody knows that a heart goes in a candy jar. I need to be. shot. Yeah, because jars are so reusable. All right. So now I'm going to put some cardstock in the printer. Come here, my Nina. I love my Nina cardstock. I do. All right, we're going to put some Nina in here. It's not my fault. I lost my marble. I did. I spent 2 hours. Yeah, recycle, reuse, renew. Exactly. All right, so we got these. Let's view details. Yeah, well, go away. Hi, kitty. So I pulled 2 sets of words. One's actually ephemera, but it's kind of cool. So, show in folder. Extras. They sent me extras. Okay, so this is, one of these is from Polka Art, which makes sense that I like it. Because, you know, you guys know I like Polka Art. Ghastly Assembly. New folder. Harry, why are you being a pain? Hmm? New stuff. New folder. Okay, let's close that. Get off my desk. All right, we're going to do these words first. What? Okay, I know. Mommy's pain in the butt. All right, upload. New stuff. Creepy words. Where did I put them? I put them in a folder that says creepy words, which would be right next to creepy papers and right after creepy dolls. Okay, we're going to make this just a little bigger and print it. Hi. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Come over here. Okay. Hi, Christine. I'm still complaining about digital scene. All right, I don't think that I want, well, I want that. And maybe the candelabra too. All right, we'll keep those 2. These I'm not so, enamored with. I have better bats. No. I had a lot of ravens already. But I was thinking about that. We'll put it over here in the maybe pile. These are from My Porch Print. I mean, they're not really floating my boat right now. Okay. So we're going to kind of fussy cut this one. See, I can use that. And this one. Why did they put something behind it? Muster something. I don't know. Well, we're going to cut it out.
Okay, wait.
Ooh, somebody's impatient. He's having none of it. He will not go potty when we're outside. So. We don't know why. He just won't. Shy bladder. Yeah, that's true. He will not potty, period, if we are outside. Because we take him out for this. We'll be out there for like an hour. He will not potty. Then the minute we close the door, come in the house and close the door, he's like, let me out. I gotta go. All right, so we have some words. They're not exactly what I wanted, but they're going to work. So we have those. Okay. I have a mess here. I know, it's private, Mom. I got a potty, but it's all private. Okay, so we pulled some Tim Holtz crap that just has creepy stuff on the back of it, you know, like dark. Like, I don't know. To me, this looks like what you would find in an old rundown New Orleans plantation house, like the wallpaper, you know? So that's why I have those. And we're just going to back it with something so we don't have to look at, you know, the hideousness that is. All right. So I did do some tags. I fussy cut some of the tags. Not a lot of them, but I did some of them. Because we're worried about this little stuff. Let me get these big pieces out of here. Like these. I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do with them. If I'm supposed to like fold them in half, I don't know. But we've got them and I'll play with them. And there's some more skulls. Yeah. So, you know, I think that's what it looks like. It looks like creepy Victorian, old New Orleans plantation mansion kind of wallpaper. So that's why I pulled it. Because we can do stuff with it. So, because, I mean, let's all face it. I'm not, by any stretch of the imagination, a Tim Holtz lover. I don't like his stuff. 90% of it, I don't like. All right. So let's do little round corners. I don't know what we're doing with that. We have that. And let me trim these down. I'm not going to cut them out. I'll just trim them down. So I took Buggy to his thing today. I sat outside in the heat for 2 hours. And, you know, what am I going to do with myself? So I got on my phone, got on Etsy, and ordered a bunch of stuff. I'll take this digital and this digital and this digital. And before I knew it, I got home and I had like 6 different digitals to download. Like 30 files. I was like, holy crap. Apparently I got a little ahead of myself. Broom parking only? No. Okay. All right. I'll use my scissors from here. That. Get rid of this. Trim that off. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think that needs to be a little bit narrower. 1 1/4. That was just a bit much. Okay, re-rounding the corners. I mean, we want to get the ephemera, not the whole thing, you know. Okay, so now I need a piece of paper for the back that is 3 by 1 1/4. Oh, how convenient. I really should have probably done that first. What the hell did I do with it? There it is. I probably should run these. I should probably run them through the Xyron and then put them on the backing. Yes. I do. And I also have Graphics Fairy and a whole bunch.
Hey, Steve, this is Mike with Cox Business Support, calling to reference the Cox ticket number 30950918. Looks like you guys are having some sort of ticket management issue. We emailed Dave Aranavi and Daku Nilo at Present Communications about the information requested on this ticket. We haven't got any updates from you guys via email or otherwise. I was looking to see if we can get some information on what that would start fiber small cells.
Okay, we got that, we got that, we got this. And we have
yesterday morning
our black soot.
Update on that if we could. I think
I'm going to round this one just a little bit. Yep. Probably could have made these a little bit bigger. Yeah. A Xyron is a machine that makes stickers. It turns a sheet of paper into stickers. And I have it in about 25 sizes. All right, we're going to put some black on this guy too. Okay, heavier on this side because I want it to look a little shadowed. And then we'll put some on here. Okay. All right. Let's put some glue on this one. And I'm going to, once again, pop this up. I like when the ephemera has, you know, some depth to it, a little volume. Where's my pokey? There it is. I still didn't find where that one it flipped off earlier this morning went. It's gone. That's where it lives now. I'll find it later. I'll be like, what the heck is that I'm standing on? Because it's going to feel a little bit weird. And it'll be that dot, sticky dot. Or I won't notice it at all, and hubby will see it when we're outside. I put my feet up. He'll be like, honey. There's always something stuck to my feet. I don't like shoes, you know? Especially in my house. I don't want to wear shoes in the house. So I run around barefoot in the house, and we smoke outside. So I go out on the back patio where there's a rug. But, all right. So let's Xyron these and put them on cardstock so that I don't have to deal with them. Let me get the little one. We'll get the little one. If it works. This one's all jammed up.
Hi, this is Mike with Cox Business Support, calling on a recorded line.
Okay.
Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
One,
I got your internal ticket number here, ending in
2,
0328 81787.
3.
Well, I'm just here to tell you we're still waiting on an update from our vendor to go out and check that out. But it didn't look like we had talked to you guys in a little bit, so I figured to give you a call and let you know.
All right, so let's get that out of the way.
All right.
I broke the reel
So
inside
we're gonna
on the
wait for our
refill,
vendor
so I just have to
go out
kind of
there
use it
and
up.
do their thing. Are you able to tell us?
So that one I have to do manually.
You know, not knowing if they went out already or not.
Okay. So we got that. Put that off.
Okay, so you're not able to.
What
verify
am I going to
if the
back
second
these
number's
on,
there?
though? That's the question.
Oh, okay.
Let's back them on black. 110. That'll make them nice. Should we do them at 110 or should we do them? No, because they're going to be ephemera. So let's do it on regular cardstock. Let me get some regular black. That's way over there. All right. Yeah, some 65. All right. And this one's permanent adhesive, so yay. Okay. It just makes my life easier when I do that. Okay. Now I'll just trim these out. Keep that. And trim this one. We'll get these more precise here in a second. Let's get this one. Keep that piece. Why not, right? Okay. Now, grab a trimmer that has a line on it. This one does. And that will make it easier. Oh, that's going to have to be scissored. Okay, because I got too close. Okay. All right. These have rounded corners, so we're just going to round them back out again. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get some of this off. All right, we got that one. It's a little trim right here. I'll worry about it when I make something out of it. All right, this one. Oy. Yeah, my Xyron is like my favorite toy. It just saves me so much time, especially when I'm doing stuff like this where it's ephemera and it's all little pieces and you got to put it all together and I don't have to worry about gluing crap. There we go. All right, so those are all trimmed out.
It's still showing down. All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
I really appreciate that bringing it. And
now, we'll get rid of that.
All right. I appreciate it.
See, I just think this looks like, you know, Victorian style
All right, thank you.
wallpaper. So, you know, that's what we're going to do with it. We're going to use it as wallpaper. And let me get out my regular one. I was supposed to pull a bunch of punches to do this, and I didn't. I forgot. So shoot me. Pew, pew. Okay. Rounding the corners. Isn't he cute? So I am going to be building the book off camera because we've all seen me build that book about a dozen times now. So I'm going to build the book off camera. And then, we'll work on the album journal. Hi, Michelle. Honey, I wasn't worried about you. I knew you was off playing with your babies. I want to use that word. Let's use something else. I don't know where this one came from. I just found it in my stuff. So I figured, what the hell, let's use it. It's freaking words, man. And they're so hard to find. Should have done this in red. That would have looked awesome if I'd done it in red. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more off of that because it's a little bit bigger than I want it to be. Okay, we're going to get it right there. Michelle's at her grandson's football game, and her granddaughter is cheerleading for the Pee-wees. Eat some dots. Your bum hurts. Oh, your poor bum. All right, let's see if I can find black. I have some black dots. Some black candy dots. Not the shiny ones. We'll use the dull ones. I don't want to use the shiny ones because I think the shiny ones are too shiny. And I just don't think that ghosties would have shinies. I think that ghosties would be dull. You know? All right, that's another one. I can dull the other ones down, but I'd rather use the dull ones. You'd use the silver ones too. Silver would work. And I also have some black gems. So, that might work as well. Okay. No. Get that out of there. already did that. Let's go in here. So we want ghastly assemblage. Where did we put that? I think we put it in Halloween. You know what? No, go away. I know where I put it. It is from Folk Art Studios. Okay, we hear this, that, and that. We'll come up here and we will crop this because we just want the words. Crop all of that. And then we want this to be bigger. No, stop that. Spinning. Spin it around 90 degrees, not further. And then make it a little bigger. A little bit more. Just a little bit bigger. A little bit. There we go. And then we're going to print that off. Oh, well, there you go. You get to see your ex. See, I get along with my ex. It took his current wife a really long time to understand that concept. All right, so we have these ones. This is a whole thing. It's got like pictures and stuff in it, but I just want this, you know? So I'm going to cut this out. And we'll save this piece of paper for, you know, backing other things. There we go. Yes, I had to buy a whole journal set. It's not really a journal set. It's more like a slide set. But I had to buy a whole set just to get 15 words, 20 words that weren't trick or treat, you know? Okay, yeah, that'll work. Feast of the Damned, Unearthed Secret, Hexed Wares, that'll work. Those will work. All right, so this gal here, I'm just going to back this and cut it out on a circle cut with a circle because I'm going to use her as a tuck. But I kind of think she's like the madam of the house, you know, lady of the house. So we're going to keep her off to the side. And let's see. Ooh, we could use one of these pharmacy papers. Yes, we can. All right. And a little bit up here. There we go. See how it looks old. All right, and let's see, what should we put on the pharmacy paper? The heart? Let's ink this up and see. So maybe not. Maybe that. No, I like the heart. Putting it up. We're popping it. I'm popping everything up today. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm in the mood to pop things up. All right, one there. One there. Over here. No, I know it's not October. I want it done before October. Besides, these are always so quick for me. I can get them done. And I think everybody's kind of bored with voting. You know, on what I should do next. I'm putting a lot of dots on this one. So it was either do this or like make pokey tools or something. And I wasn't in the mood to do that. Because I'm old and freaking blind, and it's kind of hard to see. All right. So we're going to put our heart on the pharmacy paper. We want to see the word pharmacy. Yes? Yes. Okay. And I'm going to back this because it's thin. I'm probably going to stick it to something in the book, but I still want to back it. Like I'll probably stick it down flat. Who knows? I may turn it into a tuck, so I'll just back it for now. There we go. Pull that out of there. Okay. Okay. Now let's ink again. Because I want it to look old. I like it. It's kind of weird. Like everything else I do. Look, if I make it, we have Christmas in July, for crying out loud. If I'm, and then there's all this stuff going on for Christmas in July. And then for some reason, Halloween, it's like we absolutely have to do it in October. No, we don't. Let's just play with it. Okay. I do kind of like this. It's a little bright. Let's darken it up. Let's really go at it here. There. What should we do with it? I don't know. Let's just stand it right there and I'll think about it for a while. I have my bird. I need my box. Here we go. The box. I'm gonna Get out some gauze. Because gauze is creepy. And some more sisal. And I don't want that one. I want a black lace, but I don't want that black lace. I could use that one. I may have to go. That one's too. Just these, that. Okay. I love my little bits and bobs. It always has the answer, you know? All right. Lightly inking him. So we do all this Christmas in July, but then for like Halloween, we're supposed to do it all in October. But then, what the hell is the sense? It's not done. Halloween's in August. I missed it. I think Halloween should be every month. You know, it should just be like ongoing creeping. But like genuine stuff, not people that just pretend they're into it because they think it's cool. You know, it's got to be the real people who actually like Halloween. All right, so I'm going to get a piece of this. And that. And where'd that piece of eggplant go? Here it is. I found it. See, that circle's too small. But I want it on a circle. Let me get another piece of eggplant. There we go. Let me grab a bigger circle. Go back in the bin. We'll use you later. Okay, here we go. Look at me making clusters. I know it's scary, isn't it? All right, getting out the big glue. Being too lazy to take shit down does not make you have Christmas year round. All right. Glue. On there. Put that there. There. All right. Technically, to be a cluster, it has to have 3 elements. So, put a dot on it. Where's my poking tool? There it is. We'll use a medium-sized dot. This one. Right there. I don't know why I put the dot there. I don't know. Here, move it up here. There we go. See, now it looks like it's like a pin holding it up there. That's kind of what the idea was. Down in the bottom of this thing is like a whole bunch of dots that have come off of their sheets. One of these days, I'm going to pull them all out of there and see what they are. It's probably the color I've been looking for, you know? All right. I like it. Look at me making clusters and stuff. Alrighty. Then we have things like this, which I think are okay just the way they are. They just need a little something. In this case, I think what it needs is some ink. Maybe just a piece of lace, a piece of trim across the bottom. All right, let me straighten this out. Straight-ish. Okay. Evermore, evermore. Right there. Glue. You know what I mean? It's like it just doesn't, it really doesn't need anything. It just, basic part here, guys, is you don't have to dress everything up. I call this casket. This trim, it just reminds me of a casket, you know? I lost the lid for my glue. It's good gravy. I'm still finding paper clips from this morning. You see what I mean? It like it doesn't really, but then it does. So we'll do something. I just don't know what. So we're gonna set this over here by the bottles in the I don't know what I'm doing pile. All right, then we have the Manor House, which I think.
Hey, Brady.
No.
This is Mike with Cox Business Support, calling on a recorded line. How you doing today, kind sir?
Let's put some ink on it and see where we go.
I have your internal ticket number here that starts off with SWCHTSK 0055434. Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, let's see. Nope. Nope. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet. Nope. No. This is from an envelope that came in one of these. And this morning I cut the envelope front off and put it here. And I cut the pieces off of it, so I have the pieces left. But I made it a journal card, but I made it a journal card with a little pocket.
Okay.
And obviously I'm going to put something bigger in it than this, but that was just there to kind of hold the position. So.
All right. Well, what's the availability of the end user so that I know whether
I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Or if we should just bump this till Monday.
I think this needs to be like.
Whether they got weekend availability or anything. Okay. Well,
I think this might work if we put it on like a belly band or something. Put some sisal behind it.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate
or,
this.
you know what would really work? Some Angelina fiber.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, Michelle. I wonder if I have any in that, that would work. Let me look. Just got to figure out what I have left. Okay. this one, I think. All right. I think maybe this one. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think that's the one. Okay. Let me get. Need a plain piece of printer paper to do this. All right, let me get a piece of printer paper. Okay, I don't have printer paper, but I do have sandwich paper, and that'll work. Put that in there. Close that. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. All righty. Grab my press board. We're just going to use the corner of the press board. Okay. All right, so this is not my regular iron. It's so weird. All right, let's see. That'll work. Okay, that out of the way. Unplug this. Yeah, it's back up here. All right. Let's get this peeled off of there. It's kind of a pain in the butt. There we go. It's coming up now. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So we have that piece of Angelina. I like the little sharpness to that. And I think it'll look cool on a page. So I will pop a small hole, small circle, because I got to glue that on there. And I don't want it to be messy. So, small circle. Glue. think it's her grandson's last game. His last high school game. Okay. All right, so yeah, that'll be cool. It'll look awesome on a page. Because it's just got that little bit of color change to it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's, I can show you in the bag. You can really see it in the bag. See? Let me push that back in there. All right. So, little Angelina fiber. Never hurt anyone. The color change is really cool. It goes from like a fiery red to a purple to a like teal color and then like into a gray. So it's kind of a smoke, which I think is awesome. See, I don't think the camera picks up the color change. A little bit. So, got that. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm going to do something, and there it is. I've got that put up there. All right, what else are we doing? All right. So with this one, let's put some ink. We'll set it down and take a look at it, see what we like with it, if anything. That there. And with this guy, I was just going to cut out the raven, but he's okay on the paper. You know, on the book page. I might put this on like a book page pocket. Let's grab one and take a look. What one would this look good on? No, it's going to be too big for that. Okay. So let's do maybe, no, that was going to be too small too. And no, too small. I need a big, you know, like a nice size one. You're not in the right place. Get in the right position. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think it would look okay on this. We did this last week. Let's give them a little more ink and take a look. This was last week's idea book project. I kind of like him on there. Where is it? There it is. All right, we're putting him on here. I like it. See? Great minds think alike. It's not a hidden paper clip, but it's a paper clip. It's a movable paper clip pocket. All right, so we're going to put this on here. Right there. And then this little guy needs some ink. Put my kitty paw back on. Yeah, that reminds me Harry's never far away. He's napping right now. I can hear him snoring. Nope, it's him. Because it's coming from under the desk. Okay. there. Pops. We need some Pop Dots. Because I'm obsessed with them today. I just think that ephemera, like clustering type ephemera that you're going to put into a book, I think it should have dimension. It should have interest, visual interest. I love visual interest. And so I pop everything up. All right. Still with me, Buffy? What you been up to, girl? I only ever see Buffy if I go over to Poodles, and I don't go there often. Yeah, tired putty cat. He's tired every 5 minutes, okay? He was outside earlier.
Fresh air wore him out.
Yep, laying out there in the fresh air wore him out. What do you think, Miss Mari? I like it. Ew. Okay, so got that. Now, I have to be honest, I do like that book pocket that we hold out. I like this. Moroseness. Even the word is good, All right, let's do something with it. You could put that on there. Zola's word of the week is cute. Thank you, Miss Zola. All right, this is like really annoying, and so we're gonna have to do it on a card. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper. Here we go. Put that down, and I'm gonna get a little brush. Ah, cute. Okay. See. I hate brushing ink on stuff, but when it's like this, you don't really have much of a choice, I just think it wastes too much ink. And honestly, it doesn't really ink the edge. It inks the whole damn thing. That's why we've got spider all over this. All right. Inked. That has to be cleaned. All right. So now we're going to glue this down on here. Let it flow. Let it flow. I think Miss Buffy left us. We don't have enough drama. This is a drama-free zone. I don't want to deal with drama, I had drama for a long time and I got rid of it. Okay. Where's my damn tweezers? There they are. Okay. All right, let me grab his butt. Oh, his spinnacle. We're going to get him on here. It's just one little piece of his leg that popped over. Take that part off. We're going to go over this. I already inked it in like a, vintage walnut photo. But we're just going to kind of Do it again. Give it a little smudge of dark here and there. Okay. I like it. All right. We've used a couple of pieces out of our presets. All right. Let's see. My brain is running on empty at the moment. So I am going to pick this mess up. I may or may not be here tomorrow. I don't know. I try to do Saturdays, but I'm thinking Saturdays is going to be, the day that I use for my Patreons. But I might be here. I can't be here tomorrow. I have to go bingo with my daughter. Yes, I have a date with my daughter. So I'm going to pick all this mess up. I still have about 200 things to fussy cut. Lots of stuff to fussy cut. We need to do some kind of a tag or something for this. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with that. This needs something. I just don't know what it is. And this needs something, and I don't know what it is. So those three things are staying on my desk. These things here are all pretty much done. And we still have a bunch of stuff to do over here. All kinds of, I like that hat. I'm going to cut that out, I think. I'm going to fussy cut that hat. Alrighty. So, y'all don't need the drill, do you? If you would like to cyber stalk me, all you have to do is hit the more button in the description, and you can digitally stalk me, because it gives you all of my information, tells you everything that I got going on in my world. If I'm traveling, what videos are coming out, if I'm doing a free class, what time you can find me live online, all of that stuff is there. Also, if you would like to know, about my Ko-Fi or my Patreon or maybe my Facebook group, maybe you want to go by my Etsy store, all of that stuff is all in the description box below. So, if I have not yet offended you, boop, 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 push the button, subscribe, ring the bell. Why? Because I will offend you. It may not be today, but it's going to happen. It always happens. I offend everybody. So, make sure that you ring the bell and set up, an alert for when I go live. Okay, so until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay cool, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.